This is a case of a advanced complicated white cataract following vitreoretinal surgery with an existing posterior capsular tear in a very young patient. And as you can see, he has difficulty fixating and we lose suction on the first round with the femtosecond laser. I try again and this time I'm successful. We have a wonderful consistent anterior capsular axis, which as you will see will be the center point of this case planning. Trypan blue staining of the capsular axis. I first always in these cases check with the cyst term to make sure we have a perfect axis, again underscoring the importance of this step in this particular case. And we have a free capsular axis. Using a forceps, I remove this capsular axis to display to the observing surgeons and fellows and determine completion. Knowing that this is a case of a soft white cataract, which I realized during gentle hydrodissection, because remember, this patient has a posterior capsular linear tear following the vitreoretinal surgery. I do realize that this is very soft, fluffy white cataract. I'm doing very gentle hydrodissection. I enter with the irrigation aspiration and you see immediately the complete blowout of the posterior capsule. But I also notice that this cortex is very easily removable with the irrigation aspiration, so I maintain this in the eye so as not to lose the anterior chamber. And I'm very easily able to aspirate the cortex. There is no nuclear material, and remember there is no vitreous in this case, so we proceed. I now focus on my anterior capsular axis, which was formed by the femtosecond laser, to determine my placement of a sulcus based intraocular lens, and I'm hoping to capture the optic with this perfect rhexis in this patient. I'm injecting viscoelastic. I determine a good capsular axis rim, which is essentially what I had at the start. Here's a sulcus fixated intraocular lens being introduced gently. You can notice the haptics being released in the sulcus or the capsular bag. I'm slowly dialing it in position. Sorry about the low magnification. I guess I was too involved in my step-by-step planning. I'm now capturing the optic in the anterior capsular rim and feel that it's very nice and snug and well fitting. You can see the capsular rims on either side with the lens in place, well centered, well positioned, with no anterior posterior forces or torque. And I feel happy about my decision to have planned a femtosecond laser capsular axis in this case, where I already knew that the posterior capsule was jeopardized by vitreoretinal surgery. And in our determination to still bring this patient to 20/20 vision, we used that technology to our advantage as a necessity in this case. And that anterior capsular axis, of course, could have been made by hand, as we have done in thousands of cases, but it's important to provide that technology for higher consistency in this particular case. And here we are with very nice placement of the lens and well positioned. I'm just showing you the rim and the lens placement here. In summary then, the predictability and consistency of this femtosecond anterior capsular axis allowed me to proceed on my path for 20/20 even in this very complex and blind eye.